Within the next day or so, Manchester United are going to go to Old Trafford once again to face LASK in the second leg of the Europa League. Now, a lot of people are probably asking why I'm even making this video, because we all know the outcome that's going to happen. But as I say true to my word, I do make match predictions for every game, and I will do so with this game as well. So even though it's a foregone conclusion that Manchester United will probably qualify into the next round of the Europa League, here is my match prediction against LASK right now. What's up everybody, it's the Aidan Sports Show and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a Manchester United versus LASK match prediction where we go through the entire starting 11 that I think will start against LASK. Give my score prediction at the very end of the video. But before we get any further, I must tell you to please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn the notifications bell on and let me know in the comments what your score prediction for this game is. There's been so much positivity around Manchester United. I think people are going to aim very, very high for this game. But we have to also keep in mind that I think that not one of our first team players will play in this game. Not Harry Maguire, not Bruno Fernandes, not Luke Shaw, not Martial, not Rashford. I don't think any of them are going to be playing in this game. And the reason why is, with the Premier League starting so early, if Manchester United are going to start the same time as everybody else, which has been rumours that there's potentially going to be a later start for players in the Europa League and the Champions League, it's going to be difficult for all parties involved to actually get the amount of rest that they fully deserve. So I think this game is going to be a game that helps symbolises that and gives players a rest going into the latter stages of the Europa League where we were going to potentially need them to play. So in this starting 11, it's going to be pretty straightforward, to be honest. I see a bunch of our rotational players coming into the game. Maybe some youth players get a start, maybe not. Who really knows? Let's see who I think is going to start in the goalkeeper position for the starting 11. I've gone with Sergio Romero. Now, I think if Sergio Romero does not play this game, then I do not know what he's here for. That's basically how I see this game going. I see Sergio Romero playing. I don't see him basically doing anything, to be honest. I don't know how good LASK will be when they turn up to Old Trafford, but regardless of whether they come out firing or not, I don't see Sergio Romero having too much to do this game, and I do think it's a good chance for him to get some game time. The guy hasn't had game time in a long time, pretty much since lockdown ended. He hasn't played, so why not give him a start, man? I think Sergio Romero is definitely entitled for a start. He's always been our cup keeper, and why not play him in a cup competition, especially in a game where we probably know that we're going to go through. I think this is going to be a very good game for Sergio Romero. League Grand is a possibility, but I just don't see that happening. Going into the right back position, I've gone with Ethan Laird. Now, this is a bit weird because we have Fosu Mensah and we have Brandon Williams and we have all these players, but I just think that we're going to have to mix it up with a little bit of youth to keep Manchester United fans excited about this game. Now, Ethan Laird has been put onto the Manchester United 30 players that are going to be participating and training and potentially getting picked. So why is he there? He's usually never there, but now he is. So in my opinion, he's either going to be on the bench or he's starting. So why not start the lad? He's been a fullback that Manchester United fans have been looking for, have been keeping their eyes on, and actually believe that he could be the predecessor, the backup to Aaron Wan-Bissaka or potentially even Luke Shaw. So why not give this guy a chance to start in a game where it is a cup competition? It's going to be a big game for him, and you're going to have to play players that have something to prove. And Ethan Laird, in my opinion, could be that. Diogo Dalot is another player that we could potentially see as well. I just don't think Ollie necessarily wants Diogo Dalot at the club, so that is probably going to be less likely than everybody else. I've gone with Ethan Laird just because I think that we haven't seen enough of this kid yet, and we all crave about how good he is. So it's time to show it on a big stage that is the Europa League. Going into the centre-back positions, I've gone with Eric Barley as the first centre-back. Now, due to an injury, he has not played for the last 2 games of the season, but that should be well and truly behind him. The doctors gave him the all clear. He is in the 30 of Manchester United's players that are going to be competing for a spot in this game, and I think he's going to get that spot. Again, we're going to give a rest to Victor Lindelof and to Harry Maguire, who were on holiday. So they've already gotten a little bit of rest, but I still think the more rest they can get, the better. And I think, in all honesty, Eric Barley probably deserves this game time. And why not give it to him, man? That's it, bro. Why not give him the game time that he deserves, and let's see where it goes. Let's see where this really takes us. Going in to the next centre-back position, and I've thought long and hard about this one, but I just see that there's a certain player that could be re-emerging back into Manchester United, and his name is Phil Jones. Phil Jones, it could potentially get a start for Manchester United. The last time I seen him or remember him playing was against Tranmere, where he scored a goal. But that, again, that side wasn't particularly great, and we took advantage of them. And so did Phil Jones. And he had a decent game that game. And he could get another start here. We haven't seen him for a while. I think people would actually like to see him, to be honest, just because we know this game is going to be a win for Manchester United. Or nevertheless, at least we go through, even if we do lose. So why not play Phil Jones, man? At the end of the day, he is a Manchester United centre-back who hasn't gotten game time, who is still at the club. He's not injured, I don't believe. So why not give him a chance to go and play this game? Have people... It is going to be good to see Phil Jones, to be honest. Now, I'm not one of those fans that are going to hate someone just because I think they need to leave. Like, if Jesse Lingard plays today, it's going to be good to see Jesse Lingard. It's going to be good to see Andreas Pereira. Even though I think these guys need to leave the club, it's not that I don't like them. And that's why I see me being happy when they do end up playing, or maybe some of them don't play, who knows. But Phil Jones should definitely get a start, in my opinion. Give the lad a chance. Give him a go. Go out and have some fun, boys. The youth, go and play. That's how I feel for this game. Give the lads a chance to play, and let's see what people are capable of, man. And that's the way that I see it. And the left back position, this is tough as well, but I have gone with Brandon Williams. This is probably the only first team player that would, at least for towards the end of the season, that will probably get game time here as well. He didn't have a very good end to the season, and I think a lot of people are questioning if he's even a left back at this point. But I do see him playing as a left back, and I feel like we're going to always be arguing next season about Brandon Williams not being a left back, but Ollie will probably still play him there. So let's see where things go, man. Brandon Williams, this is his chance to prove that he is a left back. We all know defensively Brandon Williams is a very, very good fullback. And I think even from his youth days, we've seen he's a decent defender, but attacking-wise, he doesn't offer much. But maybe in a game like this, where the opposition is not at the same level, at the same peak as us, we could probably go and attack them with Brandon Williams at the left-back position, and we should still be all fine. Let's see where things go at the end of the day. 5-0 is a very tough scoreline to come back from, so Brandon Williams is not even a risk, to be honest, to play in this game. We know Luke Shaw is probably fit. I think Luke Shaw was one of the players named in the 30, but again, why not rest Luke Shaw until we actually need him going into the semi-finals, even the quarterfinals of the game? So let's just see where that goes once again. I do think that Brandon Williams will play this game. Going into the midfield position, again, I'm going to go for rotational players here. First off, I'm going to pick Fred. Now, Fred has not got much game time at all, and he hasn't really been very good since the lockdown has returned. Since the lockdown period was over, since the Premier League restarted, Fred has not been exactly the player that we all know and love. But this is probably a chance for him to have a game where he actually comes out of his own again and has that form again, because I think we're going to need him. I think we're going to play him a lot in the Europa League, to be fair, because I just don't see players like Matic getting a lot of game time when he probably needs the rest going into the next Premier League season. I don't see that. I see young players getting the chance to play. I see players that actually have the legs to go and compete getting a chance to play. And Fred's one of those players that he has the legs and he needs to go and play. And the same goes for his partner in crime, Scott McTominay. These two, when they start together, are usually good when they're starting. When they come off the bench, they just don't seem to be in it, don't seem to be interested, to be honest. But Scott McTominay, no one can question his work ethic, but we still don't know exactly where he's supposed to be playing in a Manchester United team. And I think that this is going to be, again, this is going to be a game that can help define what Scott McTominay truly is for Manchester United. We see the talent, we see the potential, we know that the players and the club really love this kid. Now, let's see what he can show us to show that we love this kid. We do love him, Scott McTominay. Who doesn't love Scott McTominay? I mean, maybe 2 years ago we had some questions, but again, we've kind of seen potential there, and that's why we've given him our support, and we continue to do so. And this game, we will give him our support once again. He rightfully deserves to play in this game as well. He probably deserves to start a lot more games than he probably did coming into the end of the season. But now, deep down, he should definitely be starting this game. Going into the cam position, I've gone with Andreas Pereira. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jesse Lingard probably should play. Jesse Lingard, in my opinion, will play. But I haven't seen Andreas Pereira in so long. Like, literally so long. And there's a reason for that. Now, I could even pick Mata. We'll get to Mata later on. I do have a special place for Mata. But, look, I just think Andreas Pereira needs the opportunity to go and play once again. Like, seriously, he hasn't had any game time. If we're looking to show clubs his value, and if he is going to leave Manchester United, the least we could do is send him off in a game like this in the Europa League, where he's probably not going to play after this game, but he should get some game time here, and I do see him starting. If he does well, it shows his value to other clubs that could potentially be interested in buying him or loaning him or whatever they have planned for Andreas Pereira. But if he doesn't play well, then it just shows that he's not good enough for Man United, or maybe that he hasn't played so long that he's rusty, or maybe we see something from this game out of him. But in my opinion, he should definitely start. Again, I think it's wasted potential for Andreas Pereira if he doesn't play a game like this. So, going into the wingers now. This is a bit interesting because right wing, I've got the player that I hate at the right wing, but I know, I just have the strong feeling he's going to play Juan Mata. I'm going to pick Juan Mata. If I had any choice, I'd pick Juan Mata as the cam. I feel like Andreas and Mata will eventually swap places during the game because I think Andreas is a better right winger. But regardless, Juan Mata will probably be in that position. And I love Juan Mata. I will be happy to see him. I know he still has some game left in him, and he will play a very big impact, in my opinion, in this game. But regardless of that, it's just one of those things where you know that he's going to play. So it's just a matter of where. And I think Juan Mata will probably get a goal or an assist, maybe even score a penalty this game. I'm pretty sure he played in the last game against LASK. So let's see where that goes as well. Left wing, I've gone for Tahith Chong. Again, Tahith Chong is a player that Manchester United fans are indifferent about. He's a young youth player that needs support, but over recent games that we've seen of him, he has not performed to any sort of level of a Man United level. So this is going to be another game where Tahith Chong, I don't think he's gotten a goal or an assist this season. So if we could get a stat, regardless if it's an assist or a goal, this could really help push Tahith Chong towards his youth career, towards his career as a Man United player. Because sometimes it's all about breaking the duck, breaking the ice in your career. So it might take so long for someone to score or get an assist, but once they actually get that stat, things progress from them, things push forward, and they start producing more because they've got the confidence of finally getting something on the board for us. And maybe that's what I see from Tahith Chong. Again, people develop at different rates. Tahith Chong is a player that he will probably develop a lot less than a Mason Greenwood, but maybe he gets to the same level when they're both at the age of 27, 28 years old, and maybe they're both star players for us. But let's just see where the cookie crumbles, man. Tahith Chong, I think, is definitely going to play. Maybe send him out on loan next season. But again, when we have an opportunity to play the youth players in this game, in a game where we probably need to develop some of our players and to give some players some game time, Tahith Chong is definitely in that book as well. And we can decide what we do with him next season. He's re-signed with us, so his future's in our hands. We have to pay that back by giving him opportunities. At striker, I've gone with Odion Ighalo. The Nigerian man that unfortunately didn't get a goal in the Premier League. There's still time for that to happen. But in the Europa League, he's been absolutely superb. I believe he scored every single goal. Every single game that he's played in the Europa League, he has scored a goal. So why should this not be any different? He scored a goal against LASK. He scored a fantastic goal against LASK. If you guys haven't seen that goal yet, you definitely need to check out the highlights of that game. He was absolutely superb, and I do see him playing again because he's going to give a valuable rest for Martial and Rashford, who have had a very long and very damaging season towards their careers in terms of injuries. They've had injuries this season, and I think the more rest you could give them before the semis against Wolves or whoever we verse in the final, if we do manage to get there, we manage to progress beyond the next round. All of these things we need to take into consideration. The more rest we could give to our players, in my opinion, the absolute better. But I do want to treat this cup competition seriously because at the end of the day, this young team, if they can win a cup, this is going to help progress them to a next level of mentality where it's must-win mentality. Instead of being, okay, we were good, we finished third, that's exactly where we want to be. You know, we didn't win any trophies, but we're Man United. We're Man United. We need to win trophies. I don't care what the trophy is. I don't care if it's the preseason Super Cup, I don't care if it's the Champions League final. Any cup is a cup that we want to win. And we need to, even though there are some that are more valuable than others, any cup competition that Man United in, they're expected to win. That's the mentality we need to bring back to this club. So beyond this game, we need to take our lineups a lot more seriously. And if we can go and win every game in this competition, we win the Europa League, it's only going to further progress the players' development, the players' confidence, and also our prestige as a club. And yes, the Europa League is a prestigious trophy, even though it is not the most valuable trophy. It's still prestigious. It's still one of the best trophies you could possibly win in the world. It's the second best trophy in Europe. We just need to make sure that we are in the final. We are in these knockout stages basically after this game, and we're in it to win it. And I think we will win this game very comfortably. My score prediction for this game is a 3-0 Manchester United victory. We have a lot of changes, so I don't see us being in split fantastic form, goals left, right, and center. But I do see us having this very comfortably. I see us getting possession. I see us winning free kicks. I see us potentially getting a penalty. I see a bunch of things in Manchester United game that will excite us, but at the end of the day, we know that LASK is not a good team. We know that we're probably going to pick a lesser team for them, and now we have to look forward to beyond this game and see where we go in our next round, and then beyond that, and let's see where we go in this competition that is not going to be too long, man. It's not a long competition. We're going to need more breaks as well. Let's just see where things go. I'm very excited for this game because it's just going to be one of those games where I can sit back, relax, and actually watch with no pressure. Like the world has been lifted off of my back, and I can finally watch this with a free, open mind and just enjoy the game and not really think about the consequences of the win or the loss. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on. Let me know in the comments below. Did I predict the right scoreline? Did you think that I picked the right scoreline? And if I didn't pick the right one for you guys, let me know what your scoreline is going to be. Who's going to win, of course. I am picking a Man United win, in case I didn't say it before. If you guys think differently, please let me know. Have a wonderful and safe day. I will see you guys for the Manchester United match reaction, maybe even a kit video. I don't know yet. If I do make that one, you will definitely see it. Take care and peace.